May pag-asa kayang umasenso yung isang taong parang pinagsakluban ng mundo. Nagkasakit ang magulang, nalugi sa negosyo, nakasuhan pa.
Dad, you took away everything from me. Sabi ko, you took away our business. You took away my friends. Everyone really left when we had bankrupts that time. I can bear that. But now you took away my mom.
Ito ang matutunghayan natin dito sa RDR Talks dahil napaka-espesyal ng kwento ni Boss Ralph. Paano ka nga ba yayaman kahit lahat ng problema ay pinapasan mo? Ang ating bossing, Boss Ralph Ligon. Welcome, boss.
Thank you, boss. RDR, it's a huge honor and privilege to really have this seat with you.
So you are now the global partner of Filipino Homes. You are providing a good real estate properties sa mga kababayan natin. Bakit ka naghahanap ng mga global partners?
It's really our mission and advocacy to help our Filipino OFWs abroad. Ang dami kasing opportunities that can come with real estate, lalo na if you're an OFW. By doing this Global Partners Program, we are in effect making every OFW not just an overseas Filipino worker, but as an overseas Filipino entrepreneur.
Siyempre, kapag nasa abroad ka, mataas din ang lifestyle mo eh. Although
Yes,
mas
boss.
malaki ang income mo, tumataas din ang lifestyle mo.
Mm-mm.
So kaya maraming kababayan natin ang naghahanap sa kanila ng extrang job or ng extrang work. So why not gawa tayo extrang business?
Yes, boss.
Okay, so
From OFW to global Filipino business person.
Ang Filipino Homes ay kilala sa Pilipinas bilang isa sa pinakamalaking brokerage company. Ilan na lahat ang global partners ng Filipino Homes?
I think as a brokerage, nasa 15,000 yung mga agents and sellers for Filipino Homes.
15,000 na ang nabigyan ninyo ng negosyo.
Yes, but every day kasi, boss, maraming dumadagdag eh.
Oo.
Sometimes as many as 200 every day. This Filipino Global Partners Program, it's really everywhere, every country.
Yeah.
So sometimes we do orientation in Dubai, there's 100 of them,
Yeah.
and then in Singapore, like 50, 70. Abu Dhabi is like an additional 80. So yeah, I have to say probably it's around 10,000.
As extra income ng mga kababayan nating OFW, magkano na yung average na kinikita ng mga agents ninyo?
Malaki, boss, because number one, real estate is a very high value item. Some of our agents nag-earn ng 400 to 600,000 per month extra income. May isang naka-commission sa amin lately, it was 4 million.
Ha?
Hindi lahat, pero kung siseryosohin mo talaga siya, kasi nasa abroad ka na eh. Lahat ng mga qualified buyers, lahat ng qualified leads, everyone who can pay, kung buy real estate, nasa network mo na. So, yung mga global partners namin who really take it seriously,
Yeah.
so they refer 3 clients, 4 clients, 5 clients per month.
Yeah.
Each kasi doon, you can earn like 100 to 200,000. Kung siseryosohin mo siya, you can earn definitely even more than $1 million.
Actually, nagigets ko eh. Kasi syempre, yung mga kababayan nating OFW, kaya nga sila nag-iipon sa abroad eh, para makabili ng lupa.
Yes, boss. Yes,
Ngayon,
boss.
ang ginawa ng Filipino Homes, inilapit nyo sa kanila yung pangarap nila. Malalaman na ninyo kung saan ang pinakamagandang investment ng property sa Pilipinas through Filipino Homes Global
Yes,
Partner.
boss. Yes, boss.
Ang galing. So, yung kumita ng 4 million, ano background niya?
She's just an ordinary OFW. She's based in Dubai.
Oo.
But her clients, besides Dubai, meron din siya mga kaibigan sa US, sa Canada.
Oo.
She really reached out to them. Global Filipino Partners, boss, is just a referral program. So, hindi mo kailangan pumunta ng Pilipinas para mag-tripping, para puntahan yung property. So, we do all the work for you. Kasi, these OFWs are very busy with their work,
Correct.
with their careers abroad. We know they don't have time to do real estate in the Philippines.
Tama.
And that's what we provide for them. Hindi mo kailangan ng puhunan, hindi mo kailangan mag-hard work, hindi
Yeah.
mo kailangan mag-compete. It's just that easy.
O kasi may sasalo sa'yo na agent or na broker na
Yes.
magpapaliwanag na ng lahat.
Yes. So we gave them in effect like a license. Kasi minsan yung ibang agent, tinatago yung commission,
Yeah.
o kaya hindi sila dinedirect. When we created the Global Partners Program, we officiated it for them. So ginawa namin formal. They can have a business confidently and we systematized it.
O based doon sa mga current na mga development na binibenta ng Filipino Homes, saan pinakamaganda mag-invest?
There's a lot of opportunities now in Visayas and Mindanao. Ang dami kasi natin mga kabayan na based on that location, it's booming. So I would advise to get properties from there kasi mura pa compared in
Manila.
Metro Manila.
Yeah.
But there are also like around Metro Manila, like Cavite in particular, makakita ka pa ng condo na mga 3 million compared to the standard in BGC or Makati na nasa 15 to 25 million na.
Kung mag-i-invest kayo ng property, medyo lumayo na kayo sa Metro Manila dahil peak na ang presyo.
It's peak and there's oversupply.
So,
That's the problem.
ang advisable, Visayas and Mindanao, now, best location for now kasi napakamura pa ng mga properties. And if you want sa Luzon, around Cavite area and outside Metro Manila. Itong mga binibenta ninyo, boss, no? It's still on development, tama?
Yes,
Dine-develop pa to,
Yes,
diba?
boss. Yes, boss.
Kung ako ay isang OFW at mag-i-invest ako sa isang property, magkano ang babayaran ko buwan-buwan para makapag-avail ako ng property?
That depends, boss, on the location of the property and the project. There are certain projects, for example, like Casamira in Palawan. Nasa 6K a month lang.
Ang babayaran mo?
Yes, it's only 6K.
Kaya ako natanong, kasi ang akala ng marami, kailangan ko magkamilyones para magkaroon ako ng property. So, ibig sabihin, 6,000 lang, may property ka na.
If you want closer in Dasma, Cavite, we have a new project, basically just like 12,000-13,000 per month.
Ganun lang.
Ganun lang, yeah.
Kaya yung mga agents ninyo, ang lalakas kumita.
I think it's just really not about earning. It's just really about spreading the opportunity to them. It's not only about buying the property, but also being a real estate practitioner. Yun yung gusto naming i-share.
Correct.
Na hindi lang brokers and agents yung pwede magbenta ng real estate, but even the ordinary OFW. That's where we want to spread the wealth.
So ngayon, boss, as a successful broker, as a successful opportunity provider sa mga kababayan nating OFW, gusto ko malaman yung hugot mo sa buhay eh. So kumbaga ano ba ang istorya ni Ralph?
Oh yeah, thank you for asking, boss. Well, I'm the only child to a single mother. Siguro blessing na din kasi maaga akong namulat sa business. Because 14 years old, my mom had a mild stroke and I don't have a father. So 13 pa lang ako, nag-start na ako mag-tutor. But at an early age, I really started being a breadwinner, I would say.
Age of 14?
At age 14. Pero I didn't want to stop and then I passed UP. Sabi ko, sayang naman yung opportunity, you're in the best university na. Pero sabi nung mami ko, I hope I can provide for you pero alam mo yung situation natin. Sabi ko, di ma, we can do it. That time, I would work as a part-time student. I would go tutorial at night, and then sa umaga, balik ako sa school 7 a.m. and then 5 p.m. alis na ulit ako, mag-tutor ako 2 or 3 students. So that's how I survived the university. I remember, some of them pumasa ng foreign language sa UP Diliman. The following year, sabi niya, Kuya Ralph, I want to volunteer too. So the next year, nag-start kami magkaroon ng French tutorial. And then, doon nag-boom yung business namin until we had our language school business. And then, I took a broker's license exam, I passed, and then that's how we started.
Nagkaroon ka rin ng eskwelahan?
Yes.
So kumuha ka ng mga teachers, mga tutors?
Yes, we get teachers. But it's really all about my mother kasi that period in life, siya talaga yung nagtaguyod sa akin.
Libo-libo o milyong mga kabataan ngayon ang anak ng single mom or single parent. Gaano kahirap? Napalakihin ka ng nanay lang na wala kang tatay.
Mahirap kasi maging mother and father. I saw the struggle to that sa nanay ko, yung pagiging ilaw ng tahanan at saka halige. It's hard. So, nakita ko talaga yung pain niya, raising me up.
Anong mensahe mo sa mga single mom ngayon na nagpapalaki ng mga anak?
Ako, message ko sa mga single moms, i-dedicate niyo yung anak niyo kay God. Kasi that's what I saw my mom did. She taught me how to pray. She showed me faith. Kasi kung sarili mo lang, I don't think it will work. Pero pag si God nilagay mo sa buhay ng anak mo, then lalaki siyang matatag. If there's anything I want to thank my mom for, it's really raising me up, having faith in God. Kasi eventually in life, yun yung magsisave sa akin.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi naman kami naging successful agad-agad eh.
Yeah.
Ang dami namin naging struggle. Nalugi, nagka-COVID, nagka-bankruptcy several times. Pero every time, we bounce back. Kasi nandun yung foundation na nilagay sa akin ng nanay ko to have faith in God.
Yun talaga yun no? Kung ilalagay mo ang Diyos sa buhay mo, hindi ka magkakamali.
Siguro kung hindi ako pinalaki ng nanay ko na may pananampalataya or faith kay God, I wouldn't be like this. Yun yung dapat i-provide mo sa anak mo.
Yes.
Na wala nang iba. Making money is easy. Pero yung pananampalataya, that's hard. So yun yung thankful ako. Yun yung greatest gift ko sa nanay ko.
Ikaw, growing up, is there any insecurity? Is there any mga hindi ka makakalimutan na circumstances dahil nga wala kang tatay?
Oh, madami, boss. Lalo na nung nag-high school ako. Kasi hindi madaling maging breadwinner at that age, blaming my dad. Asan ka? I understand my mom is sick. Pero how about you? Where are you? Ang hirap kasi hindi ko na-experience yung normal life. Hindi ako nagkaroon ng ordinary childhood, ng normal. Imbis na naglalaro ka, nagbabasa ka ng libro, or nag-i-enjoy ka, I was working. There was even a point that I was blaming my mom na ikaw yung nanay, ako yung anak, ako yung breadwinner. At one point, sinabi ko pa, Lord, pwede bang tanggalin mo yung 5th commandment to honor your mother and father? Kasi hirap na hirap akong gawin yan. How can you honor your mom who doesn't provide? How can you honor your dad who doesn't help? But I was so wrong. Of course, I'm not promoting that. I blamed my father. I hated my dad. But now that I grew up and now that I'm here and helping people, I realized there was a purpose.
Which is?
I think sinadya talaga ni God mangyari yon. Nasa plan niya talaga mangyari yon. So that I will be tested, so that I would learn, so that I would grow, so that I would understand faith and be of help to Him today. Ngayon nagpapasalamat ako kasi sabi ko, God, kung hindi naging mahirap yung childhood, hindi ako magbi-business. Hindi ako mapupunta kung nasaan ako right now. Kasi dun sa mga struggles mo, dun sa mga pain points mo, dun mo matututunan how to negotiate, how to haggle, how to be resourceful, how to do business.
Yeah.
That's where you learn it. Through trial and error. And I had a lot of it. So,
Totoo. Dahil sobrang bata mo nag-umpisa eh.
yes.
What's the most painful part of your life na talagang sobrang muntikan ka nang mag-give up but you still pursue and continue?
The most painful part of my life was when I learned that my mom had the stage 4 cancer. And what made it worse that time was sabay-sabay eh. Na-bankrupt kami. And then that time we were doing Airbnbs.
Yeah.
And one of our buildings, pinasara. And then natalo pa kami sa isang case that time. So nagkaroon kami ng mga garnishment ng banks. It was really painful. But the worst was when I learned that my mom had stage 4 cancer. Sabi ko like, God, you took away everything from me. Sabi ko, you took away our business. You took away my friends. Everyone really left when we had bankrupts that time. I can bear that. But now you took away my mom. So when I've learned that and He's taking away the only person who cared for me, my only family, I said, God, you can take me away. That's how I felt at that time.
Yes. Paano mo na-retain yung faith mo kay God? Paano ka nag-bounce back coming from this kind of disaster or tragedy ng buhay mo?
Surrender mo. You cannot bounce back until you come at the bottom. So when that time happened, I really surrendered all to God. Sabi ko, Lord, ginawa ko na yung best ko eh. I did everything. I've been a good person. I live by your rules. But then, this thing still happens. So God, sabi ko, take over. So it's not by me anymore. When I really surrendered, nung nangyari yun, it didn't take a lot of time. You know, people started calling me, hey Ralph, I'm going to the Philippines next month. I have a friend coming over. She wants to buy a property. We had a difficult moment. But bouncing back, keeping that faith, I knew that when I surrender my life, God would really show the way. And at that time then, dun dumating yung Filipino Homes. Na-refer siya ng friend ko. So sabi na, I know what you're going through. Try mo what we do in Filipino Homes. So when I joined them, that really was the turning point when everything started. They introduced this Global Filipino program. Sabi ko, enjoy ko to kasi mahilig ako mag-travel eh. Tapos mahilig din akong makipag-usap sa mga tao. So sabi ko, I think this is the perfect business for me. And the rest is history.
Sa palagay mo ba, himala to ng Diyos sa'yo?
It's not just a miracle of God, it's all part of God's plan. Kasi kung successful kami, boss, hindi ko papasukin to. I would go to the high-end brokerage.
Correct.
Parang yung mga house tour, mga villa tour. Pero why did God put me down? Sabi ko, Lord, lahat to may plano ka. I knew that would happen. My prayer dati sabi ko, God gave and God took away. Because that point, I knew He's gonna return it 100 times. And it was true. I'm just in pain kasi maraming relationships yung nawala. Kung talaga na-bankrupt kami.
Totoo yun. Pagka wala kang pera kasi iiwan ka na ng mga kaibigan mo dati.
If you win, you're a hero. If you lose, you're a scammer. Ganun na sa Pilipinas. Let's face it. So when I got branded that, so that's when I realized, it's hard to say this pero walang kindness, walang compassion, walang bait-bait kapag mahirap ka.
Pag wala kang pera, basura ka.
Pag wala kang pera, kahit anong bait mo, kahit anong try mong mag-live na mabuting buhay, basura ka. Scammer ka. And at one point, sabi ko nga, Lord, the only sin is to be poor. That's the sad reality of life. That's why you have to fight.
Yes.
That's why you have to push. That's why you have to do business.
Yes.
But thank God because He has a plan. God, sabi ko, sobrang galing mo. Like, everything you orchestrated to make this
lagi
happen.
mo siyang kine-question, pero lagi kanyang sino-surprise.
Yes, because that's how you do conversation. You don't just accept what God gives you. You question it. You ask it. You converse. Sabi ko nga, the language of God is business.
Yes. So how's your mom?
My mom right now, I wouldn't say she's good. I wouldn't also say she's bad. I'm thankful she's still there. She's fighting. May experience pa ako, boss Sabi nung partner namin dati, niloloko mo ako. Gumagawa ka ng kwento na may stage 4 cancer yung nanay mo para makapang-scam ka. Kasi nagulat siya. Umakyat si mama sa elevator. Malakas. So she thought that I was like, using my mom to scam people. But No, that's not scamming. That's the grace of God. That's how my mom raised me up. You know, you fight. You show your best face to the world. Hindi dahil may sakit ka, mukha ka ng dukang-duka. You know, because there's hope. There's life. There's a future.
Grabe yung mga karanasan mo sa buhay, Boss Ralph.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
I'm so honored na dito mo shinare sa RDR Talks. Kasi maraming mga tao ang parehas na nasa sitwasyon ng buhay mo pero hindi na nila alam yung gagawin eh. Worst of the worst, nasa yun eh. Mamamatay yung nanay mo, may stage 4 cancer. Na-bankrupt ka, nalugi ka, tinapaktapakan ka ng mga kaibigan mo, sinabihan ka ng mga kung ano-ano mga masasakit na salita.
Yes, boss.
Wala na sa'yo ang lahat, pero laging nandyan ang Diyos na hindi ka iniiwan.
That's how God showed it. Mawala na lahat sa'yo. Huwag lang yung pananampalataya mo kay God.
Kaya lagi kang
May
pinagpapala.
Salamat, boss.
Before we end this interview, kung meron ka pang mga bagay or meron kang gustong sabihin sa nanay mo na nagmahal sa'yo, nag-aruga sa'yo, nag-alaga sa'yo, what's that?
Mom, thank you. Thank you for your life. Alam mo dati, sabi ko, life is unfair kasi ikaw yung binigay na nanay sa akin. Pero na-realize ko unfair pala kasi sa dami-dami ng magulang na ibibigay sa akin ng Diyos, ikaw yung binigay niya. Sobrang blessing ka ni God sa buhay ko. And ako prayer ko lang, gumaling ka. But thank you for you because now I'm able to share my story. Thank you for being there with me through thick and thins and through all our struggles. Thank you, Mom. Yun lang siguro.
Grabe. Sa lahat
Salamat.
ng ina na nandyan, na nanonood ngayon, we wanna honor you for your dedication and hard work na itaguyod ang pamilya sa napakahirap na sitwasyon ng buhay at napakahirap na sitwasyon ng mundo. Nagkaroon ng isang Ralph dahil sa isang ina na hindi sumuko sa buhay.
For every successful man is a woman.
And that woman is your mom.
Yes. So,
Wow. Ngayon, si Ralph ay nagpo-provide na ng oportunidad ng hindi lang sa kanya, kung hindi sa mga kababayan natin. Especially mga OFW, kung gusto ninyo ng ekstrang kita, pwede kayong mag-inquire kay Boss Ralph.
sa lahat ng OFWs out there, don't miss this opportunity to join real estate. Itong business na to, definitely we did this. It's a free training. You can earn high income. We'll be traveling the world to share this experience for you. And if you want to connect, just feel free to message me, Filipino Homes Global Partners, or my Facebook, Ralph Martin Ligon.
Thank you so much, Boss Ralph. Thank you so much.
Thank you, boss.
Okay, napakagandang
I appreciate my
experience.
time.
Ayan. So sa lahat ng mga kababayan nating OFW, kung gusto niyo maging overseas Filipino entrepreneur, ayan, kontakin niyo na si Boss Ralph Martin Ligon. At sa lahat po ng mga nanood, please do not forget to subscribe and click that notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga future videos. And also do not forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyo mga boss, and God bless sa inyo lahat.